Welcome back, Guardians. All right, gonna get to a point here. It's not giving up. It's not being able to find the fucks to continually give. That's where I am in the game, and it's not just about the push towards aspirational content or you know pinnacle this and pinnacle that. It's really of just in general. It's about players' opinions. It's about the developers' goals, the company's goals. Personally, and this is again in irony, I think PlayStation get their money back for Destiny. Honestly, they really should. They should. Bungie should give them back their money. And I don't mean that viciously or anything. It's just because this game is. I don't feel this game going much further than the final shape. I really hope it does. Believe it or not. Um, excuse me. I would love to see this game become an evergreen staple in my gaming inventory, and maybe have some highs and lows, because not every game does. But eventually, this would be something that I can pop into and play, like I do Zelda. Like I do the Link to the Past or uh, Link's Awakening or any of the other Legend of Zelda games that I play. Let's see, scout rifles, glaives, machine guns, and solar weapons. Okay, so the only thing I don't have room for, oh, I do have room for it. All right, so what we're not keeping, what I don't want anymore. Oh, I have to think about this. I have an arsenic that's masterworked, and I have this point of the stack that's got higher accuracy and impact. But it only has Archer's Tempo. I don't know. What does Archer's Tempo do again? Let's see. Draw time increases after precision hits. So this has to be a precision. This has to have the highest accuracy possible to it. And that would mean that I'm doing this, which is fine. I don't know. I mean, point of the stag. I mean, on paper, this does look like a better weapon. But I love that explosive head. You know what? Fuck it. We only need one. So yeah, don't get sucked into other people's opinions about your progress. That's a their problem, not a you problem. You should be thinking about what's fun for you and what's going to be working for your play style, because that's really the thing. Just like my choice of exotics. I have the Assassin's Cowl because sometimes I like to get in and get dirty, and when I'm running Arc, it does a good job. And my son introduced me to this build. Typically, though, I'll run with the Bombardiers because of the utility. Yet each of my subclasses will provide, well, except for I don't have Strand. Each of these subclasses do provide a valuable little asset here, like suppressing targets, scorching targets, or blinding targets. So, in other words, if I'm fighting a bunch of champions or elite targets, I'm going to do for the blind. If I'm fighting a bunch of mobs, I'm going to go for scorch. If I'm going to be fighting again more champions or a mixed bag of close range and long and mid range enemies, I'm going to go for the suppressor. So I don't really use stasis that much anymore in the game. Slowing down a target don't mean shit if it can still shoot the fucking face off. So what the point? Right? What's the point? Let's see what we got here. All right, cool. So the only thing in the inventory right now in the vault, default, is a bunch of mementos. That's it, pretty much. And now technically, if I'm going to look at all the things that I don't play with, I don't really play with the Rat King. I do have this as a fusion rifle just in case. The Rat King is technically a memento, but this is it. This is the Nuzlocke. Now, why do I have this one? Oh, right, because demolitionist and adaptive ammunition. Then I have Volt Shot on this as well. Why is it pulsing? So yeah. Oh, speaking of crafted weapons, quick and dirty summary here. Went out, did some video researching. I did attempt it. I tried it on the Amit. I could not get it to happen. I'm on console, so my response times, are too wacky for me to figure out. And honestly, that's a lot of the reasons why I don't do exploits and glitches, because the effort to go through them takes so much out of the enjoyment of the game. And then, of course, the results is that this content. But you have to remember something. The game remembers everything you do. The game is clocking you, and it is checking you, and it is evaluating you against everybody else in the game. So eventually, when that exploit gets nerfed, and it will get nerfed, um, you're going to be basically fighting with people who are just naturally as good as you were a few weeks ago. And then you're going to be in a really bad place because you're going to start feeling, you're going to feel that crash, you know? That, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got hit hard. Yeah, yeah, you were riding that dragon for so fucking long. And then all of a sudden it's going to be like, brick wall, baby. I've lived long enough and I've lived close to the edge enough to see it happen in all kinds of things, not just, in gambling or in drugs, but people that I've known who were quite literally could have been diagnosed as addicts of all kinds. Addiction is a thing, and power is the most addictive drug in the world. And people who get sucked in with the promise of power and they get to experience that leverage for just a brief amount of time, and then it's all gone. And it's like, there's the people that get sucked into power are typically the ones who will suffer the most when the power goes away. When the bottom falls out and reality sinks in, they are the ones who are going to have the most. It's kind of like you hear these sad stories about this high school, sports goddess or god, and they go on to college and they're playing college ball or whatever, and then they try to get into the leagues or the major leagues or whatever, and then it's like they get up there and that they get to that pinnacle that they're reaching, and then they realize they ain't the big fish they thought they were because the pond they're in is just so much bigger. And that's why I don't do exploits for very much. For the very reason that it's like I want to be at the top with my own abilities. I want to be able to, I want to be able to do the things that I want to do without having to rely upon some kind of artificial stimulation or some kind of, artificial stimulation in the sense of everything, whether it be an exploit in the game, a hack that somebody, is distributing, or whatever the deal is. I just, I don't know. It's not about honor. It's not about superiority. It's not about anything at all. It's not even really about the ego. It's just, it's why I don't wear jeans anymore. It's why I don't go nuts and try to find like that one T-shirt that's going to look the most awesome at the club. I'm not here to impress anybody, but yet at the same time, I am hoping that some of the lessons that I can impart will make an impression and hopefully help you live, and enjoy your world more honestly, more sincerely, with some truly lasting and truly lasting memories that you can look back on and go, yeah, that was great. And that being said, there were like 2 or 3 exploits that I did participate in, but only because they were just so fucking funny. And it was a hoot because it wasn't like the exploits that I participated in weren't about going up against other players. It was about pulling. It was about pulling us all together. Like the last one that I did, and probably the only one I'm going to be doing in this game for any length of time afterwards. Well, it's gone now, obviously, but there was a time just before the Mars weapons, the Seraph weapons went away, or the Eagleus weapons, could no longer be farmed. That you could actually get 12 Guardians into a single instance. And we did, because my son and I have some friends in another clan. So he got his group together, we got our group together, and we spent an afternoon basically just going through content as this humongous mob. And it was so fun because it reminded me of the days when I was a skateboarder, and you'd start off with you and a buddy. And, then one bus stop later, you're picking up a couple other guys, and then there's some more people join the group, and the next thing you know, you're like 20 deep in a parking lot, just shredding the fuck out of the world. And it's a good mob mentality kind of situation. It's like being at a dance club, and everybody's favorite song just came on. That's what it feels like, and that was the best those are the kinds of glitches and exploits that are worth exploiting or participating in, that I think. And they didn't last long. They patched it immediately, like the next rotation, the next weekly reset, it was like that was it. It was gone, and but it was fun, And I mean, it stuck, and it's still a memory. And then the other ones were, again, they had to do with the raid. Um, it was like Crotazan. There was some weird little situation that you could like make yourself disappear from the map, so enemies couldn't target you. So we were able to like do crazy shit, and like as long as one person was still alive, you didn't go to orbit, because that was back then. You had when you wiped, you went to orbit. There was no just instance reset. Um, but then again, that did get patched. They added some extra kill walls or in floors and ceilings, and so. But it was, it didn't really stick out in my mind as much as that mob of players just, sweeping through that one weekend. It was just fun. But yeah, so the according to these tubers that I watched, there's no way that for Bungie to fix the current crafting glitch as it is right now. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Um, because I don't care. You know, uh, I'm going to be spending an hour a day in Destiny, and I'm not going to spend any more time than that. And if a lobby full of glitchers happens to take over Crucible for that afternoon that I'm playing, then so be it. Um, because even the bright dust farming that I do, which is what I'm on the strikes right now for, it's not really that much of a draw. There hasn't been anything actually in the bright dust shop that's been like, oh, you need to get this. I picked it up because I have it, but otherwise, if I didn't have it to spend, I probably wouldn't care either. I just want to play the game. I just want to have fun. I want to do things, get the whole hand-eye coordination, dopamine flow going, and just, get stuff that my character can use. Um, that's it, really. Just chill. Because I don't have a problem. You said what and how, why? Okay, cool. Alright, what are we doing here? Okay. Woohoo! So, I don't know. Now we're going on to tools, talking about stuff. Okay, so Point of the Stag, I like it. The Malediction, I don't know. Yeah, see, none of these do anything for damage. And this wild card shit, yeah, that's for ads. But I mean, when you're playing strikes, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be count. It's not going to count. So we're going to do Vanguard. We're going to do that instead. Because if I can't be dealing damage, if I'm not going to deal increased damage, I want to have increased healing. Because hit points are a resource. Like torches in a dungeon. And every step you take in that dungeon is designed to deplete those resources. So that when you get to the final boss, it's more struggle. But that's like ridiculous. Okay. We have to wait around for the bad guy to show up.
This is the access point. Let's get rid of that taken before it opens a path into the Cloud Arc.
I'm just gonna do this because I can. Oh, he's immune. I hate that. Ugh. Fuck immunity phases. Whoa, where's the targeted thing I have to kill? Where's the little doodad? There's supposed to be some like big dark inky G-spot looking thing that I'm supposed to murder to. It's not these guys. No, no, no! So he's just immune for however fucking long he feels like fucking off. That's awesome. This is why I would not do good in raids. I get so bored so quickly. It's just like, this is not what I really came here for. Yes, I like this. This is kind of fun. So yeah, this gun's actually pretty good. I don't know if it'll replace my Seraph. There we go. This is the things we're supposed to kill now. Dude, seriously. Yay, we did it. We did it.
We're back in business. Defenses are back up and taken or cleared out.
Did he say something? I can't understand that, guys. This dial, the voice modulation is just so wacky. Oh, I got best dressed. Gee, aren't you, whatever. Who cares? What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? That's pretty shitty. Alright, so next is grenade launchers, supers. I didn't get super kills. And precision. Grenade launchers. And precision. Okay, let's do scouty rifles, glaveliciousness, and grenade launchers, and whatever. If you're under 66, you're going up too late to apologize. Just throw your ass out. What time is it? 17 minutes in. Yeah, I've already I've already covered the points that I wanted to cover. We're completely fucked. We're completely fucked. Bah. Okay, Ronda Ninja Cold Heart, huh? Ronda Ninja. Get rid of you, go to Cold Heart. Get rid of you, go to Summon Kong. Oh, fuck me, heists. Click like if you know what I'm about to say. 3, 2, 1. Battlegrounds need to fucking stay in their own playlist. I'm not fucking kidding. They really do. It's like, fuck off, dude. Nobody thought this shit was fun when it was a fucking seasonal objective. You know? Seriously. I don't know if anybody thought this was fun when it was a seasonal. See, this is where being invis would probably be a good choice. I'm going to die. Do I have the assassin's cowl on? I do. Why didn't my fucking melee go off as a charged melee? That's stupid. But I don't know. Can I expect intelligence out of a game that's running on a Duke Nukem engine? I don't know. Controlled destruction. Pop goes the weasel. Ow. Fuck off. Oh, check it out, check it out. Walking through some spider webs. Just leave a message and I'll call you back. Just think about that one. Now you're stuck. It's in your head forever. For fuck's sake, dude. Blocking the fuck... Oh, my god damn it. It's like wherever I am, whatever I'm trying to do, fuck me, right? I hate being fucking paranoid. I hate fucking sounding like I'm targeted, but it is the fucking truth half the time. That dude's sitting there getting fucking total precision shots. What the fuck, man? Get the hell out of my way. I'm the fucking protagonist. See? And I'm guaranteeing these guys are playing the fucking season. Right, go ahead. Whatever. Great! No wonder. Good times. Alright, whatever. I miss it when you used to be able to get credit for assisted kills. You don't get that anymore, you know?
Sublevel door is opening
It's just
now.
not a thing. Everything in the game is a competition. You know why Bungie has it that way? Because they found out that if you make it a competition and you enact Final Blow rules, then that means that you are being forced to play longer, because when you could have actually fucking swept your bounty in a little less than, I don't know, 2 or 3 rooms, now you gotta fucking struggle to fucking get every kill, and you gotta be an asshole and compete against your friends. Isn't that bullshit? That's the part about the new Bungie, the new Destiny, I don't like. Is the constant fucking undercutting that everybody is forced to do just to fucking get ahead. Or just to keep up. That's what I'm saying. Don't fucking worry about other people's opinions on your progress. It's your progress, not their progress. And if your progress or lack thereof is getting in their way, then find somebody who's willing to work with you. Find somebody who doesn't care about your progress. You know? Find somebody who's appreciative of your progress, better still. That's the key. That's the key. Finding someone who can appreciate where you are in the game and has found a way to capitalize on that position. Because a true gamer, a person of true strength, a person of true insight and tactical prowess, will be able to fucking utilize everybody in the team, regardless of where they are and what their weaknesses and strengths are. Now, that being said, you can't stop stupid. Stupid's going to happen. It's just, but a good tactician, a strong player, understands that stupid is always going to be there, and they'll do things to be able to mitigate stupid. You know, just being situationally aware of what stupid looks like when it's about to happen. That's the real strat. That's the real skill. Everything else is just fucking whatever. Everything else is just kind of like incidental. Being able to understand that stupid is there and recognizing it before it actually starts to manifest, that's how you're able to fucking get through games. That's what games are supposed to teach you. Sussing out the stupid. Especially in yourself. Like right now, what am I doing? I'm doing stupid. Am I? I don't know. I thought I saw something over here. Did we kill everything already? Too bad you can't climb ladders. Wouldn't that be right? I don't know. Maybe you can. Nope. That is so ridiculous. You can't climb a fucking ladder in this game. Oh, see, this is where this is what I'm talking about. This is why Battlegrounds need to fucking stay in their fucking season or on their own little playlist, because this is so fucking stupid. This is stupid. This is harmful stupid. This is like bandit stupid. Fucking changed my mind. I think Dragomorph might help. I'm trying to get faster times on my Dragon Tournament game. I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends. I have to be honest, every single one of you out there who's heard me talking about Raid Shadow Legends, you need to go and, you need to appreciate the fact that this game exists, because there'd be no fucking way I'd have the patience to continue playing Destiny if I didn't have something like Raid to fucking occupy my mind while I was waiting for resurrections or lobbies or, feeling like this is like a no situation, that it's just not happening anymore. Fuck, dude. I'm not kidding, dude. Battlegrounds should fucking be a Nightfalls. They should be a subset of Nightfalls. They really should.
Happy crawling.
I mean, what the fuck is wrong with just, having the basic planetary strikes as being Vanguard operations? What was wrong with that? Nothing was wrong with that. That was fine.
I had the same question. Turns out it's not really a submind, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use.
I don't know why everybody thinks that the moon is the best one. This is actually the better one. It's harder to get into from the outside, but if you're coordinated, it shouldn't be a problem. Well, no. Yep. Go on. I'll let you be the protagonist. It's fucking with the death perception. Oh, I died. I cannot get this fucking dragon under 3 minutes. And I know why, too. Because they got this new economy in the game, mythical shards. And you can get, fuck you. See, if you're going to fucking have battlegrounds like this, see, in the season itself, there was a perk that you could unlock on your artifact that would allow you to bypass the lasers, or at least take reduced damage. As opposed to just fucking sitting here, fucking just being owned by the fucking game for no good fucking reasons, other than the fact that, hey, guess what? It keeps you playing. I mean, are you really going to quit at this point, right? Are you going to quit at this point? No, you're not going to quit at this point. Fuck me. Well, it respawned, so just had to be patient, I guess. Sometimes there's like a fucking... Yes, that's right. That's how many times I played this fucking strike in the season. And why I'm fucking done looking at it. And it's bad enough that they went ahead and they fucking padded out fucking Arms Dealer and Lake of Shadows and all that other crap. And, it's bad enough they did that. But to fucking, throw these motherfuckers into the fucking mix, it's just... Come on. It's just excessive. Wow, there was no reason why I couldn't have made that last jump. Oh, fucking shit in this game sometimes. I mean, the obvious fucking trolling. Why are you blasting your super at these idiots? Darkness envelops you because you've been playing for too long. Whatever. Absolutely no legit reason for this shit to have taken that long.
The old me? Her world used to begin and end with you. In a terrarium, like some pet. But I've met you again with fresh eyes, and I won't live in one of your boxes.
That's all I ever wanted you to realize. Someone had to prepare you for what was coming and keep you safe until you were ready.
Alright, we're done with that. Let's go fucking... I'll do 4 bounties a day, whatever activity I feel like doing, and that's it. Then I'm going to do my gunsmith calibrations, and we're done here. But yeah, if you want to catch up on what I was talking about, the main theme about this whole video is that people's opinions of your progress or what you have in the game, that's their opinion. They're entitled to it, or they have the privilege of having it. I don't say anybody's entitled to anything. I think entitlement is the crux of our society's biggest problems across the globe entirely. But yeah, I mean, if you're happy where you are in the game, you're not hurting anybody by being there, what the fuck's the matter? Anyway, let's see. What are we actually... Did I get something? Oh, bright dust. Clever. Whoops, I passed it. So, machine guns, scout rifles, glaives, and solar weapons. We're good to go. Custom bounties, made for me. Because Banshee. Yeah, I don't know. I did find out in Raid Shadow Legends that if you burn all 3 of your Hydra keys at the start of the week, you won't get any advanced quests to do Hydra missions, which is kind of cool. I don't know if your daily and your advanced quests are tailored towards what your account can accomplish or challenge you to go and spend. Because it is, in a game like Raid Shadow Legends, it is all about spending. That's why they call it a gacha game. They get you in with these offers for energy and silver and shards and books, because those are the things that are like the critical economies in the game. And pardon me, breakfast was a donut, which I already destroyed, and a large cafe mocha that I customed in my kitchen. 2 minutes 27 seconds. That's good enough. We can stay there. So yeah. In Destiny, it's also about the same. You know, you do have the battle pass, the season pass. The lower track provides you with things like XP bonuses, extra materials, mostly crafting stuff. Um, Maybe some early access to the seasonal exotic, the weapons, things like that. And it's like, that's fine, but if you're playing like I am, where you're just being a sloppy, lazy casual, you don't really need all that shit, you know? Yes, it'd be great, you know, if like later on in the season something comes up and you're like, oh shit, I really want to compete with this, or I really want to engage with this, but then it's like, oh fuck, I can't even fucking get 3 feet into the dungeon without getting annihilated because I'm lower level. Then I can understand where that means something like is definitely pay to win. But it is a mixed bag. So just realize that you're playing this game, you're spending your time, possibly your money. You should be having fun. And if you're not having fun, then you need to really, again, as always, take a look and figure out what it is. Is it the them or is it a you? And I found that I have more fun playing this game with reduced expectations because I'm not paying for it. And that fun translates into wanting to play for a little bit longer. Or more consistently, I should say. Because, I mean, if a game's not fun to play, then why the fuck you keep playing it? You know? Unless you're paid. And I'm not being paid to play, so fuck off. And with that note, I think we are done here. Yay! Alright, I don't have anything in the vault except for a memento, which is the Rat King. Taipan, you're garbage. Carpaccio. Alright, so we're gonna go to the artifact. I think I have enough glimmer. No, I don't. Son of a bitch. We're gonna go to the tower and see if Rahul can fucking trade out some stuff for me so I can get some glimmer off of him. I can't think of anybody else on the map that does it. Can you guys? I don't know. Anyway, at this point, you're welcome to stick around, finish watching me fuck off at the artifact. Oh yeah, final thoughts on that exploit. I don't like it. I'm not salty about it. I don't fucking care. But here's the reason why I don't like it. Me personally. So you spend the next couple of weeks being a god in Crucible or whatever like that. Don't forget, this game doesn't forget. Everything you do in this game is being calculated and evaluated and applied to your profile as a player in this game. Not specifically wins and losses and stuff like that, but when you are lobbied, the game does have a certain kind of tilt towards players of a higher quality going into certain lobbies. So for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be playing at S tier with these glitches in your guns, and then all that's going to go away, and you're going to hit that brick wall, and you're going to crash, and you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to be feeling like, well, fuck. Now the dungeon is no longer doable. Now the Trials is no longer doable. Now Crucible is no longer doable. Now Nightfalls are no longer doable. Now Raids are no longer doable. I don't have this god tier weapon anymore. Because you didn't earn it. Not to quote Ian Malcolm. You didn't earn it. You did it because you could. You didn't think about what's going to happen afterwards. And it's the truth. And I think this is the lesson Bungie is trying to put out there. They could patch this. They could have patched it 3 days ago when they announced that they're going to disable all the craftable weapons, they're going to disable the artifact, and then they're going to go ahead and reinstall, all the craftable weapons of the artifact, but removing the offending perks and giving them some kind of static one or baseline one or whatever. They said that, and then they didn't do it, claiming there's nothing we can do, so enjoy yourselves. No, what they did was they taunted you with an apple. If I'm going to get biblical here, they taunted you with the fruit of paradise, not telling you that the after effect is going to make you want to fucking throw up. And that's why I don't like this glitch, because it's going to give people a false sense of progress, and then that progress is going to go away, and they're going to be stuck in lobbies against true and actual S-class players, and they're not going to be able to fucking to cope with it. I don't think, because the personality that dives to this kind of an exploit is the same personality that has a hard time recovering from a crash, because it's all about their clout, it's all about their status, their perceived excellence, how they look to other players, other people, and themselves. I'm totally okay with, like, a couple of years ago there was an exploit where you could get 12 Guardians into a single instance. And me and some friends of mine from another clan, we banded together and we did this, and we did an afternoon of it. I didn't go on after that. I did one afternoon. I told them, I said, you got me for an evening to help you out with this, so let's do this and have fun. I benefited quite a bit from it. But do I play with those weapons? Do you see any raid weapons in my inventory? No. So why did I do it? Because it was fun. Because it was fun to be with a shit ton of my friends all at once, all playing together like we always thought we would be able to. Because this game is not a true MMO RPG. It is not a massive multiplayer online game. The most Guardians you get in a single instance is 12 Guardians, and that's in 6v6 Crucibles. I don't think there's ever many more than 6 or 8 Guardians on a fucking patrol map. That's a planetary map. I'm talking the whole fucking map. I've never counted any more than 8 individual Guardians in an entire patrol map across all their instances. And I did it. I actually did it. I actually went out and I calculated it. The tower itself only can, hold up to 12 people. Let's go here. See, right here at the tower, there's just one other person. There's fucking one other person at this tower. It's an Xbox guy. Of course it would be Lucifer. Why wouldn't it be Lucifer? That's too fucking ironic. Oh no, actually that's not ironic. That's not irony, that's poeticism. So yeah, and here we go, taking a look here inside my vault. I have the Rat King, it's a memento. I don't need to use it because I've got the Peace Bond, which makes my panties wet every fucking time I whip that son of a bitch out to play with. Checking here in the exotic archive. I got all these weapons. I could have gone for this, but I didn't fucking care. I could have gone for these 3 things during that exploit, and I didn't fucking care. This we earned as a group, not in the exploit, but just, my friends and I. That's just playing along. That's the Beyond Light exotics. Yeah, those were good, actually. Those are hard wins. The Witch Queen exotics, those were good wins. This was all done legit. Lightfall, don't have any of that shit. Do I have any? No, I do have some of this stuff. How do I have this? Oh, Season Pass. That's right, Season Pass, Lightfall. I played through Lightfall. I did not buy the expansion. How did I get this? This was the Season Pass? I must have... No. This was an oops. No, this was the Season Pass. This was a Season Pass. Already purchased on account. And this was an oops. I don't know how, but it got in my inventory. I loaded up on my son's console, and because I was watching, for some reason mine was not working. Oh, I think it was my controller was broken. That's what it was. My controller was broken, and I loaded my profile on my son's console, and then I got the gun that way. Yeah. This is something I'm not going to get because, first of all, ugly as fuck. Second of all, who gives a fuck? What was it? What was the gun that I got from doing? Was it? It was the Last Wish raid. Is the raid that I did with the 12 of us, and we went through it, and it was just fucking hilarious. But again, I mean, it's like the old days when I was, I mentioned, I think earlier, it was like when in the old days when I used to skateboard. Or I'd be at a shop playing Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons or some other RPG, and it starts off with you and one other person. Next thing you know, you've got a full fucking table of rowdy ass nerds, playing together and having fun. Nobody even fucking cares about because the kind of D&D games that I ran, nobody really cared about the turn structure. It wasn't you go first, you go second, you go third. It was whoever we felt in the party would benefit everybody else the most by going first. That's who went first. So if like the cleric needed to throw some buffs out there, then the cleric went first and threw out the buffs. Who gives a fuck about initiative? We didn't play initiative. It was, when a player acted, the monsters reacted. When the monsters acted, the players reacted. It was back and forth. It was chaos. It was always fun. And combats were engaging and exciting. When I used to skateboard, it would be myself and my brother, or myself and a friend, and like 3 or 4 blocks later, we'd pick up another couple people, and then 2 or 3 bus stops later, where there's like next thing you know, there's an entire parking lot full of these renegades, just fucking destroying the parking blocks and having a great old fucking time. And then next thing Bacon shows up and we all have to scatter like roaches. But that's what I'm saying. When there's an exploit that involves getting players to work together to have fun as a whole group, and we're not fighting each other for leaderboard, those are the kinds of glitches and exploits that are okay, in my opinion, that are worth it, because this is not going to last. These are those brief little golden glowing moments in the game where you're like, this is why I play this kind of game. To play with friends, to have a blast, and just have fun. Not be in a fire team with 3 other people, or 5 other people, or whatever, destroying and making somebody else's bad day happen. So gun exploits and armor exploits and leveling exploits, I don't fucking go for that shit, because it's hollow, it's empty. When it's done, when they fix it, when they patch it, and everything's rolled back to the way it was supposed to be, what are you going to be left with, man? It's just a really bad feeling. I'm not bullshitting you. It's going to happen. You're going to hear it after they patch this thing. You're going to hear it. There's going to be people talking about it. But anyway, that's all that is. I believe we are, for the most part, done here, right? Yeah, that's it for me. Cool. We're less than fucking 1 hour, which is kind of exactly what I want to be. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, really ask yourself, is an exploit, is a glitch, is a hack truly worth it? Is it something you've earned? Is it something you are going to be able to continually to benefit? Because if it's not meant for the game, it's going to get patched out of the game, and that's the way it is. Thanks for stopping by.